Do you want to do another cheers?
Let's do another cheers
Like
to start off episode 1, but really 2, but 1.
2 but 1. It's 2. Let's be real.
We're gonna have to go rename everything.
Yeah,
I love this.
we do it in backwards order. We only have 500 episodes, and we start at 500, and we go down the list. We gotta give
Let's
ourselves
confuse
a timeline.
everybody we know. It's like, what? You know what?
They're
I'm
from the
gonna listen
future,
to this.
and we talk about shit that happened in the past.
The Sports Almanac
That's
of
why
1985.
we gamble on horses.
The Cubs win!
On that note,
On that note,
welcome to Man Feelings.
episode 1, take 3.
Take
4. This is take 4.
We're on it. We've been cursed by something.
Something.
Oh,
The
man.
camera ran out of memory. The
I
sound
ran
ran
out
out
of
of information, so it peaked. I ran out of confidence, so it was very awkward. But now, we're gonna ace it.
We're gonna ace it. I'm sorry.
As soon as you pick up your cup and
I'm sorry.
cheers with me.
Ooh.
Water.
Water.
Ah.
Today we are joined by Water and David.
And I'm Raph. We're joined by each other. It's
we're
so good to be
married.
joined by
I know.
you. I
we're
haven't
joined.
seen you in a whole week.
I don't know why I clenched after we held hands. I just want to like live in the moist,
I don't want to
sweaty,
let go.
clammy hands.
I don't want to fall off. Don't do me like Rose. There was enough room for two.
But his hands were sweaty. I didn't want him.
His hands were...
Push him off.
I don't think his hands could have sweat. They were so fucking frozen.
Okay, that's fair. No, but
We're
then he
talking
had,
about
like-
Titanic.
Titanic, yeah, we should preface that. No, we're talking about I was gonna say something, but then I forgot. I was too focused on clammy hands.
As many people are. Today it's a debilitating, terrible situation in America. Too many people, 375 people a year, suffer from clammy hands. And those people, Republicans.
All undiagnosed, by the
All
way.
undiagnosed Republicans. You just go to your doctor and you're like, I don't like women. And it's like,
Yes.
mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Can you cough real quick? Mm-hmm. And then by the end of it, how are you paying for this session? Like,
Oh shit. It's
fuck.
that damn Obamacare! And then you just realize he was a Republican all along.
But no offense to Republicans. We're just joking around. But
I'm like always like, I don't want to get political.
Yeah.
We're just saying it. We're just saying what a Republican is.
no, the doctor comes out. Sir, I'm sorry to say, but your son's a democratic socialist. Just, my God, he comes out looking like Bernie.
Is there any treatment?
Oh man, imagine coming out of the womb looking like you're
Just
an old.
having fading white hair and being like, the 1%.
1%.
The 1%.
Oh man, I took 99% of my mom's nutrition, and you know what? Never again. I feel like.
What did she get?
What does she get? I don't know. Health benefits. Here's the thing,
Saltine
though.
crackers.
Saltine crackers. This reminds me. I remember doing a poll on my Instagram story because every single young person I've spoken to does not want kids. Everyone my age is like, why would I want to get?
I want kids one day.
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
know. I'm not shutting down
Here's the thing, though.
the situation.
We will not we can adopt, but let's say adoption was not on the table. We're not the ones getting pregnant. Let's be
No.
real. We have the
We're
easiest.
really
part.
like, I want kids, and no matter what cost it has to anybody else, this is what's happening. And then you realize you're just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And you're like, shit, it's not my decision wholly.
At
it's
all.
very much a shared decision.
Oh, that okay. You know how like this.
You wanna have kids?
You want to have kids right now on this podcast? a podcast first. We make children, but I'm just hold your hand the entire podcast.
Just
But-
hold the pinky.
Just the pinky. There we go. And
Anyway.
what was I gonna say? Yes. Okay. So you know how like the stereotype. You're still going.
Oh, you want me to let go?
No, it's okay because I was doing hand
Yeah.
stuff. The stereotype is that it's always the dad that leaves. But we have the easiest, not the easiest job, but like,
Keep
oh,
going.
I'm sorry. No, buddy.
It's fine.
For reference, Raph's mom left him.
No, today
Today,
she
she
had
left the
errands
house.
to run. She's coming back.
You
I
finally
think.
hit me. You know, honestly,
hit you?
I don't blame. No, it's fine.
I blacked out.
You
I didn't see it. It wasn't me, I swear.
You're a sleeper
I was a
agent.
different man.
And if I mention like your mother, you're like, But no, like
Because I love her so much.
she's great. No, I wouldn't blame her to leave the house to make up something to not be in the same house as us as we record a podcast.
I just gotta go bowling.
Bowling.
Bowl shopping.
It's like, Mom, it's 10 a.m. in the morning. It's like
Those bowls.
the bowls.
They're on sale.
It's the perfect hour.
It's a flash sale. A fire sale. Whatever sale. What is a... Where did this saying fire sale come from?
Fire sale. That's a thing.
Yeah, it's like when it's like a real quick sale. It's like a flash sale.
It's
But
selling
called-
like hotcakes. I know that.
But like, how do you sell fire?
It's selling.
Fire's free market, baby.
It's free market.
Fire's like the fucking CDs that you can burn that you find at the library. They're not selling those. You just pick up a case, you bring them home, you download 200 copies of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Fire is what the rappers of Manhattan give you on CD, and it's their mixtape. But actually, have you had that happen to you?
Yes.
Many times.
And then they get really upset when you don't want it.
Yeah.
Or when you take it because they handed it to you and you're like, okay, that'll be $15, please. And it's like, even Mr. Lamar, Sir Kendrick Lamar would not charge $15 for his album. Because he doesn't presume that the common person has that money to spend on an album. So he's like, I'm going to reduce the price to $9.99. And then he gives you his bountiful music.
You want to know why? Because he is an undiagnosed Democrat socialist. No,
I just love Kendrick Lamar. I'm sorry.
No, he's a good man. I
We
like
just
him.
changed this podcast into talking about Kendrick Lamar.
We only talk about rap music as two white men.
It's not gonna work. I can already see it. It's not gonna work. Let's move on.
Oh, speaking of bowling, I remember one time I went with a couple buddies of mine. You know some of them, and I don't want to name drop them. They have identities.
This
to
is just
hide.
becoming The Office. I keep looking at the camera like, isn't that a personality liking that show?
Oh man, we'll get into that later. Actually, I want to talk about that.
Okay.
But we were bowling, and there was like this gang. Not gang. It was just a group of like middle-aged.
Just like
Korean
West Side
women.
Story. Da-dum. Da-da-da. We're gonna bowl an 8, and you're gonna hate the way we're winning.
And our gloves. They had gloves. They had like the professional gloves.
No.
It was a group of old Korean women. I knew they were Korean because they're speaking Korean, and I can tell the difference. But
Because you're not racist.
because I'm do racists not know languages?
They're like, well, they're always
That's to
going
be
like,
fair.
this is America, speak English.
No, they say American.
They do, but if they're slightly wiser than that, they say speak English because they're so embarrassed that they just couldn't do the Duolingo. They just got so fucking. They're like they tried it. It's like that owl is getting on my nerves.
He keeps texting me at 1 a.m. Actually, no, I get.
Picture of the owl outside the window, and he's just like, it's time for Spanish.
Actually, have you? I realize this. If you start, you get your notifications depending on when you start Duolingo. And I remember I started learning Russian with my friend jokingly, and because we were playing CS:GO, and there's a large Russian community. We're like, oh, what if we learn Russian?
I want to know what Suka Bliet Rushbi means. I want to be able to go to a museum in Kiev and ask the woman, Suka Bliet Rushbi. What does it mean?
When I get insulted, I want to know if they're right or wrong, because I want to debate. No, but if you let's say you start at midnight, your notifications to remind you to like learn Duolingo are always at that time. So I started at midnight because I was talking to my friend at the time, like, oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
And like for like a week straight at midnight before I went to bed, it's just like, don't forget your Russian. And
It's
I'm
like
like,
and it starts calm. It's like, listen, if you don't have time right now, that's fine. Just don't forget. And then a couple weeks pass, and he's like, hey, I noticed you haven't been suking those blets, and I just want to know. I just want to know.
yeah, I just want to know.
Are you coming back? And you're like, yeah. You scroll up the
Yeah,
notification, and then it's 3 weeks, and it's like his eyes are bloodshot red, and he's like looking through a crack in your boarded up windows. And he's like, hey, just. It's funny. It's funny to me because you said. What a bicep. You said that you'd be coming back to learn Russian. I don't know why he now sounds like this.
Sounds like a
I
crackhead.
just would like to be informed upon the ETA of your return.
He sounds like a hitman for a mob. But no, I feel like
My name's Scorpion.
just,
Are you gonna learn Russian? Or am I gonna cap ya?
Scorpion's not very Russian.
I like how with all my outbursts, we still have not peaked.
Yeah, no, we're good. Don't
I
worry
mean,
about it.
there's one little there, but who knows?
It's a little roller coaster. You go up and down.
A little adventure, baby. Podcasting is, if you want to have a great group activity, just invite 15 people into a room and record a podcast.
Oh yeah, easy.
Easy.
Just host a party and record it. It would be horrible. You probably would hear some really bad things. I don't know.
I'm getting crazy ideas now for my next party.
Oh, you can do that for the. Raph had an idea of doing a projection of John Mulaney specials outside.
I do. Just go in my backyard, watch John Mulaney. We're all wearing suits. We're all tall children.
Yeah.
And sorry, John.
Sorry, John.
I gotta use your material because this is who I am as a person.
Because we can't do stand up, so we're using you as
a catalyst for our own crazy ideas. But I feel like that's gonna be a thing. It's like some famous philosopher, say Sun Tzu, for example, and you start feeding bullshit wisdom through him. Like you see those quotes on Instagram, and it's like a nice picture of him, and it just says a quote. Probably totally wasn't him who said that. We're gonna start that with John Mulaney, and one day we're gonna get him to say some really crazy shit, like whatever name, this organization located in this apartment here. John Mulaney.
We make him say his address. Like
the Juarez cartel has located John Mulaney's wisdom.
My God. But I was about to say something.
Fuck, now we're gonna be
I'm blanking
assassinated.
John Mulaney's gonna hire his hit team on us. But man, I had it.
You had it.
I had it.
It was there.
I was in my prime. And right, Korean ladies.
It's Korean ladies playing with their bowling gloves.
Or bowling gloves. And so my friends and I were fully just having a good time. We didn't care if we were doing good or not.
What kind of good time?
Bowling.
Oh, I remember now.
Constant gutter balls for an hour. No, but
you need them to put up the sides.
Yeah, the sides and the slide. Got the slide.
Yeah, I forgot about that. They bring a fucking slide and they're just like, you know what? You can't even be trusted to throw it. Just drop it in this. It's fucking scientifically engineered to go there.
Just let gravity do the work because you can't. The thing is, I remember using that as a child, and I was shorter than the actual thing, so I had to push it over. Yeah, no, it was more dangerous.
Like enough forward momentum to knock the pins out back of the wall.
I launched myself towards them, but
you forget that the ball needs to go there and not you, so you fucking slide down the lane.
You're like, same thing. I have a bulbous head. I can make it. Basically...
Too many things remind you of bowling.
I know. I have too many bowling segues. But, no, what was happening was they were judging us the entire time.
Yeah.
Because they would stare at us and go, just slightly nod in disagreement, and then get strikes constantly. And I'm like, well, you know what? I kind of want a new lane. I don't want to be next to these. Because they were really good.
Yeah.
They were extremely good at bowling. And we were like,
I mean, to bring it back to Vox videos,
oh, yeah.
I watched one a while ago that explains the science behind bowling. And it's there's oil slicks in the lane. And so you're not supposed to throw it straight. Because if you throw it straight down, not like this, if you underhand it properly, straight down the lane, there's only a little bit of a chance that it's going to reach its target. The real technique is you're supposed to curve it, and then it'll come back to the center and hit all the pins.
yeah.
But most people who don't bowl...
Shoot straight
because... I got more shit to do on a Saturday than fucking bowl.
The oil slick, the oil slick.
Who's ever I'm with a group of my friends. We haven't seen each other in a while. First option, bowling. Everybody says yes.
Here's the thing. If you're in a small town, that is one of the only options. There's nothing else to do.
There's that or getting lost.
Yeah, or running away on a train. No,
with the little stick and the little bag on the back. You got a harmonica that you can't play.
Oh, what's that one? The Brother Bear song? Do 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 do. No, it's On the Road Again or something. But speaking of which, in that Vox video, because I've seen the one you're talking about, there's a professional. It's silent. They show a clip of a professional bowler, and that clip got memed because apparently earlier in the game, this kid was making fun of him in the crowd. It was a professional bowler game, and this kid's making fun of him, just roasting him. And then at some point he gets a strike and he turns back to the kid and there's a camera shot of him furious and he's like, "Who win? I am."
Who do you think you are? I am.
And it made no sense. It was something around those lines.
It's Dimitri. And he's back. Speaking of Dimitri, tell me about this little interaction you had on the bus today.
I will. However, I want to add a tiny bit more.
Tiny bit more. Okay. Let's make this a Tarantino movie. We'll go back.
We'll go back. It's we're inside of a diner. we're gonna rob. No, but basically that bowler, that professional bowler, played at the small town that my family lives in, and I remember going, and his face was sprawled all over this
Of
fucking
course.
bowling alley.
The only celebrity to ever fucking roll out of there.
He's not even from there. He's just doing a professional match.
Who win? I am.
Who win? I am.
They start selling mugs and T-shirts,
No,
beer coolers.
He brought beer coolers.
You know those little cozies that you find at American Eagle? They're like, well,
float.
we had no other use for this table, so we're gonna sell those now.
No, but imagine being like a commie spy and a child at a professional
I
bowling
imagine
game
that too.
breaks your cover.
And he's like, shit.
Shit.
Well, puts on the glove
His
that has no knuckles,
Oh yeah, the biker gloves.
the biker gloves, and he's just like, for Kiev. He just
I thought you were gonna like say his arms robotic. Robo bowl.
it's a Winter Soldier, but it's just bowling. It's
like,
just Sebastian Stan, shirtless, covered in bowling oil,
bowling oil. He's
but
the
wearing the
lane.
shoes.
He's the lane.
But he's the lane. I want to roll down him.
Ill-fitting, moldy shoes.
Sorry,
on Sebastian
sorry,
Stan.
Sebastian.
I do. We love your feet. But yes, to segue to, because I mentioned this earlier, because it was very pressing, and I didn't want to forget it. But speaking of children, and presumably Russian men, I was getting on the bus towards this podcast. I made it safe. I made it in one piece.
You sure?
Yeah, I hope. But I
I
left
hate
my
to break it to
sanity
you.
home.
But you died on your way here. You're a ghost.
Today's special is a ghost theme. We're in the afterlife.
Yeah.
You look dead serious.
I was
at the
trying to
camera.
remember because I was trying to remember what the guy's name is from Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
Oh, I understood 6 cents, like the coin.
6 cents, bro.
Bro.
Oh, 6 cents.
It's
We're Canadian. It's hard to understand us.
It's a coupon documentary. Where you
No.
save money.
The guy from
Bruce
Die
Willis.
Hard, Bruce Willis. How did I forget Bruce Willis?
How did
Sorry,
I
Bruce.
remember
We
Bruce
have a lot of
Willis?
apologies to make today.
Yeah, no,
We're forgetting
it's-
everybody.
Today's theme.
Sebastian, John, Bruce. This is our apology video.
Yeah.
I need a tissue box.
No, go for it. Just take out GTA. Actually, there was a kid at VidCon whose costume was a influencer apology
I saw
video.
that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
it's
I love
hilarious.
that.
But yeah, so I was on the bus, and as I'm sitting down, I'm playing Pokemon Emerald on my phone because, I wanted to pass the time. And
It's not the real one.
it's not
but
the real one because I'm
anyway.
a phony. And I paid $5 for an emulator. It's worth it.
You paid for it?
Yeah. I'm
You
sorry.
get them for free.
I said, no, I know.
You got scammed.
It happens. There was a clipboard involved. But, so I'm sitting down and I'm listening onto this guy's conversation because I'm a snitch. And he's talking and he's like, ever since they were born, you knew they were meant to be. And I'm like, are they talking about like close friends, relatives? And then immediately after, he's like, I think it's in our best interest if our kids got married. And first of all, he's on a bus. This is not the place to
It's not
fucking do
prime.
this.
He's got a lot of stuff to do. He's got to buy some cheese.
Just cheese.
Just
Just
cheese.
some buffa mozzarella.
There's like a sale on feta. He's got to load up.
Dimitri, the Greek man, needs feta stat on a Tuesday afternoon.
In between marrying off his daughter and
Bowling.
bowling.
Oh man, Dimitri was.
He's in the Korean mob. And he bowls with them.
Oh man, he's the muscle. But well, second thing, it's not important enough for him to do it in person.
No.
He's a man on the go, and he has to get shit done quick.
Yeah. He's got 17 children.
He's the kind of man who invested in Easy Bake Oven. He doesn't have time for shit. Quick and
Not
easy
for his,
meals.
he brought it home and his kid thought it was a gift for them. He's like, no. This is my flaxseed muffin for morning.
Fuck toaster.
Fuck toaster.
Oh my God.
Who makes a muffin in a toaster?
I don't know.
You just cut off the end, you do it one half. You stick it back together with a toothpick, and then you eat it with the toothpick.
Yeah.
And you swallow your pride
It's a
and your
kebab.
tears and your blood.
Blood is in.
Always comes back to blood. Huh?
Always blood. Two things. First thing, families who don't have ovens but use a toaster oven as an oven are weird. Second thing, sorry.
We're sorry. I don't think it's weird.
I do.
You do you, baby.
Why would you get a toaster oven?
Because you can afford it. Not everyone can afford a giant fucking oven.
That is fair, but like its main goal is toasting. I'm being very classist right now.
Well,
I
what if you...
realize this?
Well, you have to modify it. You open it up, you put a solenoid in there, you fucking... you superheat it. Chernobyl 2.
You know,
What's
Chernobyl
that game where
was
it's like
started-
Vietnam 2? They literally named the war a sequel.
Really?
Well, I guess, yeah,
Well,
World
there's
War
World
II.
War II.
Forgot about that one.
Oh, man.
See the meme? It's like the Great War, and you're a time traveler and you go back. It's like, what year is it? It's the Great War.
Oh,
World War One. It's like,
There's a
bitch,
second
one?
Oh, man. I mean, they wouldn't be there to make it to see the second one.
no.
No.
Millions died in the trenches.
In the mustard gas holes that we call France.
And then, from the ashes, Monsanto arose. A beautiful company.
Oh, man. Actually,
I wonder what the board of executives meeting looks like that for. So, this year's making of hazardous gases that fuck up people's systems worked again. We're up somehow in profits. And we're just gonna keep fucking up the human race.
just gonna keep doing it. Later, Monsanto turned into every cigarette company, and now we're here. But
It's like Camel pulls off his sunglasses and he just got a little tattoo that says Monsanto.
Monsanto. It's like a.
It's cool to smoke.
It's cool. No, it's like
It's
like
not
they
cool
do
to
it
smoke.
like
It's bad.
CSI. No smoke, only vape. Like CSI autopsy. It's
You look like somebody who vapes.
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
Figure it out, baby.
Comment down below if I vape. No, like like a CSI autopsy.
Yeah.
It's like we found a message like written in his spine, and it's just like Monsanto's
Who
hotline.
the fuck puts a message in a spine? How do you do that? It's like when he's 5, they just cut him open while so he was bowling. He got knocked out by bowling. They brought him real quick. The Russian spies came. He's like, put a little microfilm in there. Sew him up. He's 25 now. He's been murdered again by the Russian mob. And they take out the message in the CSI because they have a CSI plant. This is getting weirdly convoluted.
CSI Belarus. No, I feel like
Oh, that reminds me. Sorry, there's a show. There's a show that Channing Tatum and Joseph Gordon-Levitt they're in, but they're not acting. They voiced. It's called Comrade Detective. It was an Amazon Prime series, and the whole joke of it is it's like this Romanian communist detective series from the 80s, and they do the dub of it.
Oh, that sounds really funny.
So anyway, that would be one episode.
It sounded like
if
I
they ever
didn't
have to
care
make a
about it.
season 2, that's one episode.
Oh man, that reminds me of the Whose Line Is It Anyway game where like they dub movies.
Yeah.
That's a really fun. Like if you guys ever do improv, that's one thing that's not really hard.
I don't think we're qualified to give improv advice.
I mean, I've done improv.
If you want to improvise, it's very simple.
just be funny.
Think of shit on the spot. Do it.
Make your own
I
script.
just see every time I say like a voice like that and it just peaks a little bit more. Do
Or
it.
do the Russian
it happens.
accent. It just like fucking
you,
maxes out.
you can tell without listening when I go Russian.
My God. But
Does it work?
this would work.
I don't know. Do you?
I remember. Oh my God. Okay, this is a really weird segue, but there was a show that me and my friend found on YouTube. It is an old Lebanese show from the 70s, I think.
It's a good time.
I
for
think
television.
it translates to like Father something, but it's about a plane pilot, and it's like this really bad.
He
green
brings his
screen.
kid with him to the job. They're being hijacked
Yeah, no.
during the flight, and his kid's like, "I know what to do."
Every episode's a hijacking. But it's 70s.
We should really
laugh
stop
track.
flying this route. But it's a mid-air hijacking,
Yeah.
which
Oh my God.
sorry,
no.
some
No,
of
do
you
it, do it.
know what I'm about to get at. I thought of the most brilliant of films.
Oh, here we
It's
go.
not a good movie. It's a B movie, like Snakes on the Plane. It's called Pirates. It's plane pirates, but they don't hijack it as like passengers on the plane. They pull off like Dark Knight Rises style, where they come from another plane. Right beside, you heard that, huh?
Yeah,
There's a little-
dude. That's the plane coming
That's the
towards
plane.
us.
A plane flies next to another plane. They fire nylon hooks to secure the attachment, and then they have some kind of fucking tube that goes between so that the plane doesn't lose pressure, and they go onto the plane while it's in midair.
Now, for context, the reason why I've said nothing while Raph has explained
Because
his
I've
genius
already
idea
pitched this to you twice.
4 times. But here's
Two,
the thing,
four.
though. 2, 4.
I don't know.
Pair numbers. Here's the thing. I would genuinely watch that movie
Because it's not like, I'm not talking about an Oscar-winning fucking brilliant
Maybe
film.
Independent Spirit Award.
It's not a film, it's a movie. There's a difference. Films have Daniel Day-Lewis, and movies...
Have Adam Sandler.
I was about to say that. Exactly. It's like, how can you tell if what you're watching is a film or a movie?
How can you tell who's Adam Sandler or not?
You gotta really look.
Gotta squint.
Squint. Nah, that's not him. That's just Jeff Bezos in disguise.
Actually, one thing I almost did, and I forgot to mention
I don't know
last
what
time?
it was. So you'll have to tell me.
I should tell
so
you.
we can bring this up as a topic and then talk about it on our
On our
podcast called Man Feelings.
Perfect. I was dating a woman, and she was Jewish, and I was like, oh, what would be a funny Christmas gift I could give her? Because she doesn't celebrate it, so why not? And so I was like, okay, what could be the worst thing, even vaguely related to Judaism? And the one thing that I found was the animated film by Adam Sandler. Not by Adam Sandler. He stars in it. He draws the whole thing.
He painstakingly drew every frame by hand.
It's a Post-it note animation.
Oh my god.
But no, he stars in 8 Crazy Nights. And I don't know if you ever watched it, because I've never watched it.
I've heard of it.
You have? Okay. Because
That's all I do. I hear of things and then I never go for it.
Punch Drunk Love. Anything revolving Adam Sandler, you don't touch. Arguably, smart decision. I don't blame you.
Fucking gonna come through this.
He's gonna he's gonna walk in holding his fucking
Just holding his hands like this.
Yeah, just clasped.
Just I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
But it's a movie about him celebrating Hanukkah. And I'm like, okay, how expensive would it be to buy 8 different copies of 8 Crazy Nights? Way more expensive than you think. For some reason, there's not a lot of copies of this Adam Sandler movie, so they were $20 each.
Online?
Yeah, on eBay. And this guy had 21 copies of it. This guy's been hoarding Adam Sandler for his whole life.
Just one day this investment is gonna pay off.
One day.
He's in his basement going and every time Adam Sandler makes another movie, it's the stock price goes up or down. He's okay, he just made the Noah Baumbach movie. They're starting. No, it's too good of a movie. It's going down. And then he makes fucking True Memoir. No, that's a Kevin James movie. They're the same guy.
The more days pass that he doesn't have a scandal, the more his stock rises. He's the new Bitcoin. Adam Sandler's the new Bitcoin.
I'd invest in that.
Genuine question: do you know anyone who's invested in Bitcoin?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Please tell me.
They're not a good friend, but I.
They're bad to you?
No, I'm not saying that all people who invest. No. I just remember hearing this. It's yeah, I own 1.1 Bitcoin. I'm that's nothing. And then it's it's worth 1,300. I'm that's something.
Yeah,
but
that's. I'm
not a cryptocurrency guy. I don't think we're gonna start talking about this on this podcast because we're gonna lose half of our 100 listeners.
I feel no one cares about it anymore. And the people who do care about it have their own podcast to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're not the place for
this.
Bitcoin.
Is called Man Feelings.
Not Man Funds. More quality content in the coming minutes.
Speaking of the name, by the way, we're very happy with how it was received. Because we want to make this painstakingly clear. This is not Man Feelings. This is very much Man Feelings. Man Feelings.
It's
I like having feelings. I think that
being a man.
Having feelings is so underrated.
It's overrated.
No, I'm serious. Just being able to sit down and be that affected me in a really impactful way, and I don't want anybody to text me today.
That's you after watching Midsummer.
Yes. Speaking of Midsummer.
the tapping. Yeah? Want to talk about it? No?
No.
Okay.
It's affected my feelings.
He has too many feelings.
And that's what I'm saying. It's good.
It's perfect.
If ever you want to get out of something, my man feelings are acting up. It's for everybody except cisgender men, feelings are a normal part of life.
Yeah.
But for cisgender men, it's an affliction.
Yeah,
and every time your man feelings are acting up, you have to fucking run away.
And they can't combat it because they're also anti-vax. So it's a tough thing for cis men.
Stupid people, just get over your feelings. They're good for you.
Get vaccinated.
Cry a little bit.
Jesus.
It wipes out the toxins. Forget kale.
Forget juice cleanses. Just cry for
Cry
hours.
for a bit. Think about how much of a failure you are to your family and how much money you're costing them and how much that investment is not paying off for them.
No.
Adam Sandler, have a good cry.
But
we're really not nice to Adam Sandler.
no, we're fucking pricks.
He
to him.
doesn't get out of this good.
Our first fucking guest should be Adam Sandler.
Oh my god, I
Because
would
he's
love
not
that.
doing anything.
And the whole time we're just like, we're so sorry. We're just like,
Remember Click? Like, just every 2 seconds.
just like looking at him, like he's like, yeah, I have a check that said my name on it with many zeros, so I fully remember Click.
Before the first number. But
No,
no,
just all zero.
yeah, just
He
all
just gets a
zero.
blank check.
You'll have a real thing one day.
He's like, you're gonna get a check for this movie. How much? No, the gift is the check.
The paper.
I'm
that
not
we're
putting
giving
any.
you.
You can have a checkbook now.
My God. No, but genuinely, like, I'm extremely happy that no one was like, "Oh, bad feelings," like because here's
I
the
was
thing.
worried because our last episode ended so organically. I'm like, hit me with one last good one,
Yeah, like,
and
bad
that was the
feelings.
one because
It
that's how
sounded
life
scripted,
works.
but it
It
wasn't.
really wasn't.
We can't ever prove it though.
It wasn't scripted.
It wasn't scripted.
It wasn't scripted.
But no, like, because one thing, like, we both, like, we didn't really talk about it, but I know we both thought it.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Because we were like, yeah, that's fun, but what about our audience?
Yes. Because
what are they gonna think?
most of our audience, like, for the analytics,
Like we're talking about our audience.
it's like my mom. Actually, she hasn't
Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave, that's me, baby.
Your mom hasn't listened to it yet.
No, because she.
Even our parents don't have time for this shit.
My dad runs a business. My mom's a teacher. I don't blame them.
What are you?
What do you? I'm a man in the works, baby.
With feelings.
With plenty of feelings, but no, because like a lot of our friends are women. They also watch the podcast and listen, and I don't know. I feel like we don't give off that vibe of hey, I hate people.
No.
Let's talk about it.
I feel
like,
we don't give off the vibe like, hey, when my number comes in, I'm buying a Camaro. Right?
I'm gonna nitro boost.
That's
my
the
Toyota
telltale
Corolla.
sign. Sometimes I work at Starbucks, and sometimes I'm like, at the end of the night, I'm taking in the umbrellas from the terrace, and I just see fucking 2 motorcycles go by. I'm like
Small dick.
really fast. Like you can ride a motorcycle. I'm not gonna automatically assume you're a dude.
You're a dude.
So when you just revving it so fast down a busy city street,
That's St. Catherine.
St. Catherine,
It's not even near there.
you're like,
but-
oh, I'm gonna race by Victoria's Secret, and I'm gonna let them know how big it is.
I'm gonna crash into Victoria's Secret.
Vroom vroom, bitches.
So that when they find my body, they'll know how big it is.
I didn't put my hand up.
Oh,
I thank you for that. I was just going like,
Oh, okay. Well, listen,
listen. Next time I got my hands up, and I'm surrendering.
Don't shoot, please.
Please.
But no, I feel like actually, what's the
Or do.
weirdest? Or do.
I'll leave that up to you. I'm not gonna
The choice is yours.
make your decision for you.
Hmm.
You had a liquid?
I spilled liquid on me. Actually, our mugs today are Smart Women Thirst for Knowledge because
Yeah.
we really want to
But
drive
for some
the
reason,
point
the
home.
for knowledge part is really small,
And in cursive.
but the thirst part is big.
Yeah, it just says Smart Women.
These are my
Thirst.
mother's mugs, and
We thirst for smart women.
the copyright is Girl Babies Incorporated.
Girl babies? What? Oh, you're right.
I don't think we looked into choosing these mugs as well as we can, so we're just gonna put them like this now.
I want the. I like how it's like girls were taken, babies were taken, but girl babies.
12344 at hotmail.com.
It's a bear market on girl babies domain.
What is a bear market? I've been
bear
wanting
market?
to
Okay,
ask.
so you have.
Who's selling these bears?
Who's selling these bears? Okay, so you know, I learned this in econ. You have
Never
a bull
done
market.
anything business related.
Bull market is the market's going up, prices for stuff are going up, and you want that because then you can sell it like whatever you have and make money.
Yeah.
And if you go to Manhattan, you have the bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bull market.
I've been there. I took a picture with its balls.
Oh, not with it? Or like coinciding with the balls? Or were you...
I'll set the scene.
Okay.
This was me. These were the balls.
Okay, thank you. It's very hard
It's
to
around the
imagine.
rear of the bull.
But, so there's that statue, but like a couple streets down, there's a statue that no one goes to, and it's a bear.
Oh yeah, that's the beginning of Wolf of Wall Street, where it's like bears, bulls.
Yeah,
And they just shows those two statues.
yeah. And the bear market is the opposite, where the market's low, prices are lower, and that's when you buy. So when you say it's a bear market, it's like, oh, go buy.
Maybe this is
everything.
more a cryptocurrency podcast than we thought it was, because I know nothing about business, but I'll listen.
Oh, my entire life consists of like listening to my dad talk business, and I'm like, I've caught up like dividends. Know all about that shit. Like, no, like, it's just a whoa, way to flex, but it's a part of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't consider myself a business.
I mean, I should be more business savvy.
Oh, probably.
Because I definitely need to know what's going on financially in this crumbling world of ours, but...
Yep. Actually, fun fact. This revolves around my dad and business, but if you're an American citizen and you either live outside of Canada or the United States, you still have to file your tax returns for the United States.
What's a tax return?
Okay.
No,
No,
not that far gone, but...
basically, oh, what are taxes?
I mean, I get Anthony, the accountant, to do it for me, but...
We love Anthony.
Start smoking a pipe in tweed.
My dad tried showing me how to do my taxes, but I made no money. So, like, I skipped every step because I had
Yeah.
no income that
It's
year.
like, well... You know what? We'll do this another
We'll do
day when you have some money in the bank.
No, because the thing is, like, my birthday's in December, and for, like, that 2-week period of when I had my birthday and the year ended, I had to do my tax returns for 2018. And I didn't have a job.
I forget that you're vastly younger than me.
I'm baby.
But we look
Look.
same age. Well, I don't. I look like a 47-year-old
Immediately,
father, but...
I've been told that I look, like, old and young at the same time. And I don't know what that means.
You look wise beyond your years. It's the clear glasses.
I look like a wizard.
Opaque frames, they just scream immaturity. But when the light passes through the frames that are holding your lenses, I don't know. This guy fucks
Screams
knowledge.
menopause to me. No, like,
What?
I don't. Here's the thing. You know
I just
exactly.
forgot I was wearing a bandana. What the fuck? It's to
We
keep
didn't
my hair in
establish it.
place with the headphones.
Yeah, because it's messy in the streets.
It is very messy. What is
No, it's nice.
going on here?
You're the only.
Fix
person
my
I know-
hair and keep talking.
Okay, so as I was saying, I can't focus while I do this. No, it's nice. He has a full head of hair, no bald spots. It's gorgeous.
That's Gordon
That's
Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay, baby. We can talk about the the alpaca butter later.
The alpaca butter.
But
Well, we might as well not just lead people on.
yeah, no, go
Let's
into
talk
it.
about it now. So Gordon Ramsay is in Peru,
Like the usual.
and he's cooking eggs, because that's what you do when you're cooking in another country and you want to indulge in their cuisine. I'm gonna make some fucking scrambled eggs, and the thumbnail of the video was, you say it. I can't even say it. It's too ridiculous.
Gordon Ramsay makes alpaca scrambled eggs in Peru.
I don't know if you know this. Alpacas don't lay eggs.
eggs.
They fully don't. And we came to realize it was alpaca fat that was acting as a butter substitute. Still not vegan, so
Yeah,
I don't
no.
know why you just can't use butter. But
Why would it be vegan? You're making fucking eggs. Your pupils widen. Oh shit.
it's like you think you're being super smart by replacing all the seasoning with vegan substitutes. You're making a steak, Jimmy.
You're making a whole chicken for dinner. No, but what's odd is that you mentioned this. He's doing it like high up, like in a high altitude,
Very
scrambled fucking eggs.
And he's out of breath. He's just like, oh, Jesus.
just
Beautiful.
touch of. Oh,
He
olive
can't
oil.
even say the word beautiful after he puts the olive oil in the pan because he's...
he faints and they roll credits really fast. Oh man, no, but that man. Have you seen him work with kids? Nicest man to children.
But that's the thing, because children, I've tend to notice in the MasterChef shows, I split it up into 3 categories. The Australia ones, they're just really supportive.
Okay.
Canada is like really great chefs, for the most part. They're all pretty great cooks, and the judges are very like hands-on, and they're very like constructive. The U.S. is like half good chefs and half just characters.
Yeah.
Who like, what did you make today? I lit my souffle on fire.
Call it a brulee.
He's like, how do you think this dish went? It was like, it's because the... Anyway,
Yeah.
they come up with some random excuse. But Gordon Ramsay with kids, those kids are fucking
They're
the
talented.
best cooks I've ever seen.
No, 100%.
They're really good. And every time, it's stressful to be in that environment with a bunch of other kids and it's a competition. But he just walks up to them, gets on their level, and he just, like, literally physically stoops to their level.
Goes on his knees.
And he just, like, calls them names. No,
He just bullies them relentlessly.
He's just like, you'll never amount to anything.
Your
You're just
risotto
like your
shit.
father. No, but he's so kind and supportive, and it gives them the confidence they need. I think Gordon Ramsay, he has like 8 kids, so like,
Does he?
yeah, he has a lot of kids. I watched this show when he a few years ago, and he calls all his kids into the room, and I think it took like 30 seconds for them
It's
all
like the
to come
7
through.
dwarfs.
Just like, it's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be cold.
Come on,
Okay, I have multiple things to add to this that I remembered.
add them,
Okay, so
subtract them. Math.
And you said MasterChef Canada's very hands-on. I just imagine them playing with their food. She's like, let's see the texture, and just
They don't eat anything.
Like, you know, they just slap a steak. Like, I like
They get
that.
someone who can't taste, so they just have to be like, "This is Play-Doh.
This is silly pie.
You made me grape Play-Doh."
Great Play-Doh. But another thing, I
I'm
feel
so
like
comfortable now.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
that's
lie
great.
like this, like
just lay down, baby. But I feel
I'm
like
in my safe space.
it must be like the parents of those kids must be so fucking proud. Like, imagine the flex.
I knew somebody from summer camp who was on MasterChef Junior Canada.
Really.
Yeah.
Did they get
I don't-
booted on the first
I
episode?
never watched it. I don't know what happened to him. I don't think he won. But he was there for a little while.
So you know he was on.
I know he was on. I saw like the video of him like in the kitchen when they're being handed their aprons.
We could play a clip if you
I
want.
don't have a clip. I
We-
don't know where I'm gonna get a clip. I don't
we
think
can-
I have the rights
we
to
can-
that clip.
We can pirate it. We can find it. We'll mute
I don't
it.
have his permission.
Call him. Still got
Call
his
him a
number.
cap. Hey, so I know you're swimming.
So right now you're in a lake.
Can I show a clip of you failing at making a souffle?
If you want. But no. Okay. So the main thing I remember
It's like
reading.
14 now.
Yeah. I remember listening to. Oh,
Oh, something.
Something.
Keep going.
what is happening to me?
There we go, baby.
Ah, sexy.
We're back.
That was audio's fine. Just I went deaf for a second.
Today's the day of many technical errors.
But yeah, so I was listening to another podcast because I love podcasts. And
It's not to like steal ideas.
No. It's,
Like you're like plankton. And you're
It's
like, you need the secret formula for the podcast.
But no, because it reminded me
Tabasco.
of Gordon Ramsay. Because this is a thing, I did not know this. There are porn actors who are celebrity lookalikes. Stay with me. And there's one who was a little person of Gordon Ramsay. Like he was supposed to be the lookalike of Gordon Ramsay, and he died due to badgers. And apparently, when they were doing the investigation, they didn't rule out the option of suicide. So a man willingly threw himself into a badger den, and I'm like, that.
Badgers are fucking vicious.
Yes, they are.
Badgers will go toe to toe with things fucking 300 times their size and usually win.
And
Badgers pull out a fucking Glock
You're
and just
just-
start shooting
they
bears.
do a drive-by.
It's not a bear market anymore. It's a badger
It's
market.
A badger market. No, but like badgers fully, like I've seen footage of badgers just like climbing up a tree, and like getting stung by a million hornets. I'm like, oh, it was bees. It was like, want some honey? And just like digs in, grabs
Oh,
something,
jeez.
walks away. It just gives no shits. But no, the reason why I was segueing through a man's horrible death was because
Well,
deepfake.
first of all, our condolences.
Or yeah,
And
to the
like,
family.
fully seriously, like
Yeah,
that-
like
it's
it's
terrible.
horrible. Like I'm not a part of the porn industry. I hope I'm not.
But the porn industry took a heavy breath that day.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot the guy's name, so whoops. But
We'll look it up. We'll put it on the screen. We'll say "rip in peace." Let's have a moment of silence. So yeah,
what happened was that, and I remembered deepfake is now becoming more and more popular, and that market of like celebrity lookalikes is ruined because you can just deepfake a
Yeah.
celebrity,
It's
and
like
I feel
a
bad.
kid grew up being like, "I want to be in porn,"
I look
and I look like Whitney Houston.
and I look like Jeff Goldblum. Oh my god!
I want that though.
Deepfake
Not
Jeff-
for myself, but for other people. I'm a generous soul. I want a Jeff
I
Goldblum
think I
porn
speak
lookalike.
for everyone in this house that we want Jeff Goldblum deepfake porn right now.
I've decided actually. I've changed my mind.
You're like, mm-mm.
He's too pure for that.
No, he is. He is. Does he have a kid?
Ooh, huh.
Does Jeff Goldblum have kids?
Yeah.
What did he look like?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
don't know.
haven't been on my phone like, what the fuck do Jeff Goldblum's kids look like?
I feel like we're talking a lot about kids today.
Let's talk about senior
This
citizens.
is. Oh, actually, I have a friend.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Is he a
No.
senior citizen?
I don't. He would get the discount.
At every store.
No, he's not 65 or older. He's calling
He's
us.
calling.
He wants to know.
He's like, actually, Weiss has a...
I'm just gonna...
Yeah, go for it.
Nah, I'm gonna let it ring, because if I get up, then the frame is compromised. Just stare at the phone.
Just stare at the phone.
It's going to voicemail.
Perfect. What was I going to say? No, yeah, so I have a friend who works at a retirement home, and she's a waitress.
Yeah.
And you know how old people are either the best people on this planet or the worst?
Yep.
I'm saying, like, it's very black and white. I don't know, like, my grandparents, sweethearts, I love them.
Yeah.
But I've met some, like, very rude old people.
I have ideas, and I'm so old I'm not gonna change them. Are you a person? I don't think so. I was raised the other way. I don't acknowledge your personhood.
Your personhood, your body.
Your corporality. You're a fucking floating essence. Whoa. These fucking progressive liberals, and they want to have ghosts acknowledged as fucking
They live as
people.
vape clouds. Jesus.
Oh, so I'm just supposed to... This ethereal spectrum, I have to integrate it into my home?
God.
I'm not voting for a fucking spectrum president.
Christ, Spectrum president. He just
comes out, he's like-
Spectrum.
I've seen the other side. No more oil.
And then
It's fish livers.
it's fish livers, but you
Do
know
fish have livers?
yeah, they do, probably.
How big?
I do have a coin.
We're gonna need a lot of fish.
Yeah,
that's not sustainable at all.
We need
The fish
bluefin
are already
tuna
dying
liver.
out. Let's switch this to something else.
But yeah, no, like my friend gets a lot of like weird fucking old people.
Yeah.
And my one interaction that I like vividly remember was when I was selling tickets to the DTC show that
Dawson
Theater
Collective.
Collective show.
Sorry, I had to pause. It's such a weighty word. I used to be part of that.
Until he
Anyway.
grew out of it. But
I did grow out of it. That's
No,
how it
physically.
happens.
The pants didn't fit. No, but I was selling tickets and it was going good. And actually, it was our first customer. Now that I think about it, it was me and my friend Kelly. We're in the booth, and we're getting everything ready. And the first person that walks in through the door is an old Jewish man, presumably from New York. And I'll get to that.
How did you know?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Reason being,
You can't tell if people are Jewish
Jewish.
right off the bat, guys. We got to make
you
this
can't tell if
clear.
they're from New York. No,
We still don't know which one of us is Jewish.
I'll never know.
You're
But
slowly convincing yourself. You're
we had a joint bar mitzvah, so I don't know who it was for. It's just we both were on the same chair. Like we take turns. No,
Then you
but-
went out the back alley and you both had to do the Gentile thing. Whatever the Gentile thing is.
breathing. I don't know. But
We all breathe,
we all breathe.
David.
Yeah. So he walks up and he looks to my friend and he's like, "I want one ticket," and I'm like, "Sure, let me get that for you." He's like, "I don't buy from Purple," and I'm like, because my hair was purple at the time. He's like, "I only buy from pretty girls," and he looks over to my friend and I'm like, "I do not like this guy, not one fucking bit," and so I get the
Buy
ticket
from
out for him.
purple.
Yeah,
I don't want purple in my town.
He's like, I fully imagine like.
He's not Jewish then from New York though. I can't see this happening.
Let me
'cause
tell you.
Jewish people like purple. I
We-
was gonna say
they're
are very
fans.
traditionally more progressive,
To purple progressive.
but yeah, they like
That's a tongue
purple.
twister. No, but like, he's like, I don't buy from Purple, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm not gonna like this guy. Our first customer, and he's like, how much is like a ticket for seniors? I'm like, I think it was like $10. So I'm like, oh, $10, and he's like, oh, back in my day, you used to just show up, and he takes
Yeah,
out
inflation. Showing up is now $10.
No, but I feel like he fully just broke into theater shows. Like he didn't pay, he just like trespassed.
He went to see Cats back in the day, and he kicked it open the backstage door with
He
a
was in
Tommy
the
gun.
mezzanine.
I'm mixing up my timelines here,
It's
but
fine. But no, like, so then he takes out like his money and he passes it through his ice cream cone that he was holding in the same hand and gives it to me. And I'm like, okay. And I grab it and I wipe it off, put like the $10, give him his ticket. He swipes it for the ice cream again, puts it in his wallet. He goes, have a nice day. and he walks away.
I just felt you should. You're not gonna like this show.
Yeah,
This show is not for you.
this man fully
Turned
did,
out to not be for many people, but it.
But for that one man, he
For
loved
that
it.
one man.
He fully just did a credit card swipe through his vanilla cone of soft serve in front of both of us. Didn't clean it.
It's the new. It's a new product. You
It's a
just
new-
don't know about it.
Soggy.
You still
Peter
have not
tickets.
explained how you knew this man was Jewish.
I'm getting to that.
Sorry.
And
Shouldn't jump the gun so much.
no. It's the reason why I want to. It's honestly hilarious as to why I know.
Yeah.
It's because our director comes, and I'm like, "Hey, his name is Jeff," and yeah, you've met Jeff, and
I have met Jeff.
he's a good man. Good man. Shout out to Jeff.
Don't say his last name, just Jeff.
Just Jeff.
Any Jeff. You could be Jeff. Anyone can be Jeff. I keep looking at the monitor, but not the fucking lens.
Yeah, that's what I was doing last podcast. Like at some point you did a
I
zoom, and I was like,
zoomed in. Your eyes are always slightly
I
off.
was fully cross-eyed.
I'm gonna do it again.
But no, what happened was he came and I'm like, he's like, oh, how are the ticket sales going? I'm like, because we just started, and I was like, oh, we have one customer. He's like, oh, good. I'm like, but he was kind of odd. He's like, what happened? And I physically described him. And he's like, oh, that's my uncle. And I'm like, Jeff, and it's his Jewish uncle, who is from New York, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And that's why I
The
know.
Jewish and New Yorkness of it has nothing to do with his behavior. We just felt we should mention that.
We should mention that just for comedy.
Just for a clearer picture, and just so you can make your own dirty assumptions, and at the end they were proved wrong, you scum.
Anti-Semite.
Jedi scum.
It's General Grievous, but he's very like pro-Israel. Just- It's a God-given right, Jedi.
Okay, let's move on quickly.
His lightsabers are blue, but no, like, and then I remember vividly.
I've taken some of your to add to my collection. None of this is usable.
No, this is great.
Oh my god.
We'll keep it in, but yeah, no, and I felt
here.
bad because Jeff looked at me, and just went, "Yeah, he's a character," and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff."
Should be in your show.
Yeah, let's do a
His
one-man
uncle's
show.
gonna be listening, be like, well, I just wanted to be unique. So this is the persona that I've chosen for myself.
No, apparently he's an odd guy who's misunderstood,
I'm misunderstood.
and I feel like
Most people think that I'm a human being. But I'm not a rapper.
But I'm,
I don't know.
why was it a sick reference
It's a really shittily constructed thing.
from like when did that come out? 2012.
Yeah.
Remember
Super
the
hot
Mayan
fire.
the Mayan calendar thing?
Yes.
I don't want because
And then the movie they made about 2012?
yeah. Want to hear a fun fact? So you
no,
know how like
but go ahead anyway.
I never want to hear anything about you,
I don't like to know things. I just want to live in my hut.
but just my little yurt in the middle of Montreal. No, it was happening the day before my birthday, and I thought it was like happening in quotes. I'm not a conspiracy.
It never
theorist.
happened because
Never
we're
happened.
still here. You fucking idiots.
It's- that's why Chernobyl happened. No, basically,
It made up for the...
like I remember going to school, and everyone's like, "Oh, you won't have a birthday because we're all gonna die today," and I'm like, "It's kind of mean." Like, it's
I
kind
was
of.
like, I'm just fucking kind of excited to go
Yes.
home today.
I want to have my Bionicle toy, but you're over here talking about
Bionicle.
Remember that?
Yes.
Oh man.
Remember the aqua ones? And then
Oh,
you could
yeah.
shoot the little...
Yeah.
Nostalgia, baby.
I like how we talk about nostalgia, even though that's something that happened like what 10 years. Is that still ongoing?
I'm 20 years old. I've had nothing happen to me.
That's fair. You have 2 decades on you. You're good.
I have my decade belt.
You're your decade belt.
I'm a
It's like a
green belt
wrestler
now
belt.
of decades. I can break your nose.
I get twice because it's for once for each decade. But oh, okay.
Break someo's nose twice.
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask Nicolas
You wait
Cage
until
because
it
he knows.
heals. But Nick Cage?
Have you seen his face?
That's so mean.
It is mean, but he knows.
We're roasting every.
You can fix a broken nose sometimes.
but you can't forget. But I want to talk
Like
about
Owen Wilson, we have not forgotten.
We-
It's there. You can see.
Owen Wilson.
Oh wow,
Wow,
wow.
he was good in that one movie.
He's good in a lot of movies. Owen Wilson?
Yeah,
He's good in a lot of movies.
I honestly don't know his. I almost said his discography. I don't know if like his.
He's just got a fucking amazing jazz album
a-
that came out in 23.
23
Hasn't happened yet.
AD.
It's gonna come out soon.
But no, I want to cover this because we don't have a lot of time left. But
We can. No.
we have 15 minutes, and I feel like this has to be addressed. There's a porn actress. Her name is Belle Delphine. You've probably heard about this. She sold her bathwater and marketed as Gamer Girl Bathwater. And it sold out in like an hour. And here's the kicker. A man drank it, and he got diagnosed with herpes and was rushed to the hospital. And here's the thing. Since it's like an influencer selling their bath fluid to people, you can't call that shit back. It's out there now. Her herpes has been sold to like over...
You can't recall herpes.
No, you can't bring it back. Once it's
There's
out
no
there, it's
refund
out.
for herpes. You can have store credit.
Walmart has cash
We'll
back
give you
for HIV.
$5 store credit on anything you want in her merch store. That's what she should have offered him. She should have offered him merch.
Oh man, just free merch.
How do you get rushed to the hospital with herpes?
I
It itches. Drive me.
no, apparently like it fucks your immune system a lot.
That's
so, like,
fucking terrible.
the guy like just got demolished. He's
That's
like, why am I sick? And then
We're gonna have to have something happy to come back from this.
no,
keep
I
going.
don't,
But you don't. Okay, I'll come up with something.
But I do. It's not happy. It's just odd. But basically, like the guy, like he just went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, yeah, like you have herpes. I don't know if you've been in contact with people. And he was like recalling, trying to think of what could be like filled with herpes, and it was the goddamn bathwater.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Fully honest?
Yeah.
If that's how he got it, I feel no sympathy at all. I'm sorry if this is not
If you're listening
inclusive
to this.
into his kink. I'm not trying to kink shame. He drank someone's dirty fucking bathwater. That's not hot. That's not adventurous and fun. That's fucking herpes in liquid form.
That's human soup. That's not like.
No, that's not human soup.
I mean, it's
It'd be
it's hot
cannibalism,
water.
my dear.
It's my dear boy.
My dear boy.
You have.
It's like an old rabbi explaining to it. Listen, Shlomo, I need to tell you. That's it. Just move on. I don't want to have to
explain and do rabbi.
Sometimes people eat people, and it's not kosher.
In other news, your mother and I. No.
Rabbi
Bernie, what?
Rabbi Bernie. Socialist. We're throwing everything in now.
Oh my god. Oh, I remember.
It's a fast sauce.
It's a fast sauce.
It's a pan sauce.
It's a
Do it at the end. It's a roux.
But no, I remember I was gonna segue because speaking of merch, there was like those boardwalk stands where there's like clothing, like that like Venice Beach kind of stuff.
I've never been, but yes.
Me neither. But they have like shirts. It's like I'm with stupid or whatever. My friend put something on their story of like it was like a boardwalk, and there was like a bunch of like booty shorts, and one was just David's bitch, but there was no other named ones. It was just David's bitch, and I'm like, I want to buy that and wear it because it'd be fucking hilarious. Like, who's David? I'm like, this.
Did you buy it?
No, I didn't because it was on a
So
boardwalk.
they're gonna be like, take off your pants. You're wearing it now.
I have assless chaps on.
That'll be some of our merch. We want to make merch.
We have David's bitch.
We've
and
done
Brad's
2
bitch.
episodes of this, and now we're thinking about merch. I think it's going well enough.
It's going well. We're a low quality
Big
JPEG.
ZD t-shirt. Sell our bathwater. And if you don't like it, we'll give you store credit.
Yeah.
If you contract something.
If you
We're clean.
We're clean.
We're clean.
But just in case, we're clean. We've been sober for 8 years.
We've made a deal with each other that we're clean.
They will never get an STI.
I've stopped drinking
Bathwater.
grapes. Oh, I
Grape
was going to
soda?
say grape soda and I've been clean, but I haven't, though. That's a lie. I relapsed.
Dude, ever since that Faygo has got me hooked. No, do you know what Faygo is? It's like a soda from the
I know
south.
what fuego is.
What's Fuego?
Muy fuego.
Oh.
My mixtape.
I want you to do an entire like cover of every Pitbull song.
It would be difficult considering I've never wanted or have listened to any Pitbull song.
Does he have his
voluntarily.
own independent work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a couple. How would I know?
I do.
No, I'm sure he has a couple songs where like, hey, I'm Pitbull and this is my story.
It's like
That's a
his
song, right?
autobiography.
That's not a show.
Hi, I'm Mr. Worldwide, and this is my weight loss
I travel.
story.
I travel everywhere.
Oh,
I have a private jet. This is how he speaks.
this, he doesn't have an accent. It's all show.
What's an accent? Everyone has an accent.
That's fair. No, yeah, we both have.
We have
accents.
accents.
Yeah, we do. We're very northeastern accent.
My accent cannot be placed, I feel. My accent is an amalgamation of so many different voices and characters and stupid shit that I do.
Mine's Montreal, New York, Red and Stimpy. That's my accent.
Yes.
Or maybe a little bit of Rocco's Modern
Nolan
Life.
North is gonna want a little bit of a check though.
A check, yeah. Oh, royalties on my voice. But this reminds me of last podcast we talked about Elvis Presley briefly because I forgot his name, and I was like, oh, Tennessee. But I remember walking into the kitchen to see my dad, and I'm like, hey, Dad, our first episode got like triple-digit views on YouTube, and he was like, oh, that's good. Speaking of which, I wanna go on YouTube, and I'm like, what? And he takes out his phone, he starts typing, and I'm like, what is he showing me? So like I sit down, I start eating my lasagna, and look, I was hungry, and he puts his phone
You
in front of me.
traitorous bitch! You didn't eat Big ziti.
We didn't have
Okay,
it.
keep going.
But he puts his phone in front of me, and he just plays a 6-minute Elvis Presley song. And right at the end of it, we didn't talk for the entire thing. We're just both watching it. And by the end of it, he goes, he died at 42. And then he left. He got up and left. He took his phone and was like, I gotta work on something.
Your
And
dad
then-
just has these pearls of wisdom, and the way he introduces them into your life is the most beautiful thing.
While I'm eating
One day your
lasagna-
dad's gonna be like, "Yeah, you have arthritis. I'm
He's
gonna go in the garage now
He's a palm reader. Just,
for arthritis."
yeah. Oh, maybe you have arthritis.
I hope not. I think I just have real dense fluid in between my
Dense
knuckles.
fluid. Oh, this reminds me. So you know what speedrunning is for video games, right?
Yeah,
And it's like you
it's
want
not
to
enjoying the game at all. It's just trying to have the most clout.
most
We're
clout.
attacking. Sorry, speedrunners.
They're okay. They've been through
Yeah.
worse. But
Nothing wrong with that.
no,
You
like,
want to just play a game really fast and be famous for it?
and hack it and just have a good time.
Yeah, I'm going through the wall.
I'm no clipping.
I wish I could do that in life. Go through walls and
Speedrun life.
speedrun life.
Just smoke.
I gotta get to the
cigarettes.
end.
Just chain smoke.
Just do
and
meth.
eat like garbage. Like do meth. No, just like
There's many. Here's the thing about life. You can speedrun it in so many different ways. In fact, you could speedrun into a train, and then boom,
boom.
you
You're
win.
right.
This is not good advice.
No, it's not.
Don't listen to anything we say.
Don't listen to our podcast.
Listen to the podcast, but don't listen to the advice.
But
Hand motions.
we have an advice segment. Speedrun life.
Yeah,
Just do
speedrun.
drugs.
Speedrun life. Get an education.
Drink bathwater.
That'll help you.
Oh. No, that slows it down.
No, because it helps you speed up other parts.
Oh, I like
It's
that.
hard. See, you gotta spend some time.
To make some time.
Doesn't make any sense.
You gotta spend some time to
Not
learn
every
the time
expression can be translated onto different units of measurement. You gotta spend some grams to make some milliliters.
machine. Oh, God.
I've been lost for so many years.
But I've been found.
See, none of this makes any sense.
No,
You
it's
could lead a
all-
horse to water, but that bridge, ugh. We'll cross it before we get to it.
Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a day. Be a man with fish. You have a marriage. I don't know. No, I feel like we could make
So we're just.
horrible
This is
sayings.
what being on meth is like.
We fully... No, that's having no teeth. Is that what meth does to you? I'm a sheltered
later.
child.
Probably not the first time. You try a little bit of meth, all your teeth fall out.
They get loose.
Never again! You won't be able to.
Yeah, no.
You have no teeth.
Or you can fit more pipes in there now. Because it's all gum.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, all our meth smokers.
Next episode will be more of this. This is what works.
Yeah, actually, I have to take a flaming hot piss.
Don't say that ever. Please don't ever say that again.
I'm sorry. No, I remember at some point I was at a party.
You're not going to address that anymore. You just wanted to lay that
No,
out
I
there.
just
and
at
keep
some
it.
point I will have to vacate the
I'm
premises.
happy that you felt that you needed to say that. We're going to end soon anyway.
Thank
but
you.
Thank
But-
you.
No, I remember at a party.
See, I'm not the gross one. I'm the
I
upright
never
fancy
pee.
one.
I,
I don't pee. What's
who
pee?
needs a bladder? What's pee? I only drink bathwater over here.
I hate that became a big part of today.
No, it was
The
only an
bathwater segments. Because we brought it back so many times.
But I remember what I was going to talk about speedrunning. You know,
We also fully called her name out. We should bleep that.
no, it's like public knowledge.
I know it's public knowledge, but maybe she's a listener. Just kidding.
Yeah,
No, I presume so highly of myself. I'm like, oh,
that we have
Nick Cage listens.
a
Adam Sandler is going to be our
London-based-
guest.
no, I feel like we can get Adam Sandler.
Bathwater Betty is going to...
Bathwater. No, I'm not even trying to joke. Like 10 years from now, not 10 years. Say like 2.
It's a fucking long
It's a
podcast.
long-
Episode 3001. Adam Sandler's corpse.
Guest starring. Oh, it's a puppet show. We like puppet Adam Sandler's rotting corpse. We recreate all of his movies.
I'm gonna regret a lot of what I'm saying here today.
We're not running for office.
Maybe I want to.
Hey, your mom talked
Instead
about
of walking, speed run through office.
speed run for office. My God. No, that's what the GOP's doing right now. They're speed running through taxes and laws.
And no one's calling them on their
No.
shit. And those who do don't get anywhere with it.
Yeah.
Or they get called out for stuff that doesn't matter.
Is the oven ready?
No, the battery's off. So, we're done for today, guys.
I'm like, is that the fucking oven?
I'm gonna have to find a new camera because this is not working out.
I can
Anyway,
do mine
guys.
next time.
You have anything else you'd like to add as we're out of video?
I want everyone to take a moment to close your eyes. Imagine me, Raph, sitting on a couch in suburbia. And that's what you're missing out on right
That's
now.
been Man Feelings.
That's the man feelings.
Episode 1 / the second one.
We'll just say the second one.
We'll just say the second one. This is episode 2, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We hope this wasn't too crass.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
But if it was, too bad. This is who we are, baby. We're not
No filter.
proud.
Actually, very quickly, I wanted to mention, thank you, literally everyone who gave us like so much amazing feedback.
Absolutely,
Like,
guys. Thank you so much.
It's very heartwarming because I remember I tried to kickstart the Kosher Cast years ago, and no one gave a shit.
And now the fact that people have opinions shows that people care.
Yeah.
If people are just like, that's great. You guys are great. Wow.
I'm gonna go back to watching Friends.
I don't want people who just go back to watching Friends.
Oh, yeah, no.
Go back to The Godfather.
Go back
but
to
only
the
parts
gallows.
1 and 2. All right, guys. That's it for today. Stay
Stay manly.
No, stay feelings.
Stay feelings.
All right, goodbye.